Hello, all you lovely people, and welcome to another video of mine. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at WWE 2K24. Well, this is kind of released because if you had the deluxe edition, then you also get a 3-day early access. So that's what I have. I have purchased the deluxe edition. The standard edition is not out till the 8th of March. I'm recording this video on the 6th of March, and I'm going to be sharing my thoughts and initial impressions about this game, WWE 2K24. This is not a full-blown review because I've not had that much time to play around with this. I have been fiddling around with the game since yesterday, so that's not a lot of time to be able to give you my full review of this game. It's not going to be fair. But hey, I do want to talk about this game because WWE 2K games have been like a staple in my game library. And I have been downloading them because me and my kiddo, we love WWE, and playing WWE brings a certain joy to our lives. So that's why I decided to get the deluxe edition, because I wanted to get 3-day early access. So right on the home screen, I'll tell you that you have quite a few options here, like My Faction, you've got the Play, you've got Universe, you've got Showcase, My Rise, GM, and you have all these options. Of course, you have 40 years of WrestleMania. So you get WWE history, what exactly happened in the 40 years, the main events that have taken place in WWE WrestleManias, and all of that stuff. So when it comes to play, you have all of the usual options, and some of the options are even returning. But there are some new options this time around. So what's new? You have some new match types like Casket, you have Gauntlet, you have Ambulance matches, and there have been changes even in backstage brawls. And then you have some mini games as well, where you have these one-on-one bouts, and it requires you to strategically kind of trade blows. And yeah, when you move over to the creations section of this game, you have the option of editing your superstars, editing your custom superstars or creating them. You have an option of changing their entrances, their victory animations, and the entrances have definitely improved when compared to WWE 2K23. I'm going to talk about that in a short bit. You can even change their moveset. I highly recommend that you do, because different strokes for different folks, and all the other stuff is here, like Money in the Bank. You have the arenas, you have the shows, and then you finally have the online creations as well. I am going to talk about the community creations only very briefly in this video, because I don't want to make a very lengthy video. I want to keep it below 25 minutes. You have other online options as well. Maybe another video for all these other options, but community creations, we'll take a short look at it. And then you have finally got the options screen, where you have the performance center, you have the store, you have the controls that you can take a look at. And what I want to start off with is the community creations. Let me tell you again that this game is not out till the 8th of March. And the reason why I'm telling that is because there are not a lot of community creation options right now. Just like WWE 2K23, when it initially came out, there were not a lot of these community creations available online. But after a period of time, the community started contributing, and then you had a lot of options. I, however, have downloaded certain assets, like certain characters, Superman, Batman, and I'm going to show you all these characters in a short bit. And as far as the quality of the community creations go, you will be disappointed, because these are just the early days. But yes, the WWE community is very active, and over a period of time, you can see some insane creations, which will give you access to so many of these characters from pop culture, from superheroes, from Marvel and DC Comics to Super Mario, SpongeBob, even Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, the list goes on and on. And I really look forward to what the community can do when it comes to WWE 2K24. Hit me up in the comment section and let me know which characters are you personally looking forward to when it comes to the community creations. Well, this is my list. I searched for all these characters like Superman, Shazam, Flash, Marvel, DC Comics, Lantern, Captain America, Panther, Black Adam even. But some of these, in fact, most of these characters were not available. Some of them that were available, I have downloaded, and I'll show you a few of them when I show you the custom characters that I've got. Now, let's jump right into some of these superstars that I have. So I'll just start off with the edit custom superstar. I just want to show you a couple of characters that I have created. Of course, you have an option of uploading your face cut out as well. So you can take your photos and upload them and make some of these characters look somewhat like you. Of course, they're not going to be like a carbon copy of yours, but there is some kind of a resemblance to you. I've made a couple of characters based on my photograph. And then I also uploaded some personal assets like Superman logos and some more logos like Omni-Man. So here's one of the characters that I created. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the costume. What do you think about the color choices that I've had? Just letting you take a quick look at it. Of course, I want to cover way more characters in the future. And that's why, if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, and if you want to see some more WWE 2K24 content, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and also that bell icon, because every time I release a new WWE 2K24 video, you will get a notification that I have done so. I want to show you some more characters in the future videos, and I want to show you a lot more gameplay. Some of those new match types that are there, like casket and ambulance matches, is what I want to cover in the future videos. So there were some more characters that I had created. So just showing you one more before I finally jump onto the gameplay, because I want to talk about it very shortly and very briefly. So this is one of the other characters that I created. Again, a Superman character. The logo is a bit different, and the color choice, instead of white and blue, it's black and blue this time around. So let me know what you think about these costumes. This is a very spacey, very sci-fi, futuristic kind of a costume. I really like the kind of light that you can have on the back of this particular costume. And speaking of costumes, a lot of what you already had in WWE 2K23 carries forward in 2K24 as well. I kind of I would say I have a complaint, because I was looking forward to more costume choices, maybe some new additions, but there aren't many. It's the same old kind of a thing, and you'll feel right at home. There's a familiarity about what you have in terms of the costumes, but that's something that is both a plus and a minus, because I would have really wanted more costumes to be added, newer ones, newer assets, but you're left with just the old ones. Just the quality of it looks comparatively better, because obviously the lighting, the dynamics have changed. Speaking of change, you also now have the option of editing timelines again. Now, this was something that was really missing in WWE 2K23. I'm glad that they've brought it back again. And here you can change everything in your timeline. You can change the pyro, you can change the lighting, you can change the screen effect. And I kind of like it. And overall, I would say that these entrances look a notch above 2K23, not just because of that flexibility that you have with editing the timeline, but even in terms of the overall animations, they look sharper, they look better. I think it has something to do with the lighting, because they've rigged the lighting, and the lighting just makes everything look better. And I've spoken about the lighting in so many of the other games that I've played, and why I'm a big fan of how developers use lighting. And in this case, with WWE 2K24, the lighting changes have been very, very positive. It just makes the skin colors look better. The color tones are better, and overall the game looks very, very nice. It pops, you could say. And at the same time, it doesn't look overblown. It's not blown out of proportions, you can say. So the entrances and even the victory animations are really good. And it's going back to the roots where you can edit timelines. And that's what I really liked about it. Now, let's quickly jump into a match, and let's play a one-on-one match. I do want to cover those new type of matches in other videos, but in today's video, I'm just going to do a simple one-on-one match. You have many of these rings that make a comeback again, like I told you, there's a lot of familiarity, and you will feel like you are playing WWE 2K23. And towards the end of it, my initial impressions, I will share with you as to what I feel about it, and whether you should get 2K24. Of course, it's not fair for me to comment whether you should or not, but I'll still give my 2 cents because I'm making this video. I do want some more time to play this game, and after playing this for some more time, I will be able to tell you for sure to buy or not to buy WWE 2K24. But this is not one of those videos of mine to buy or not to buy. This is just my initial impressions of WWE 2K24. So stay tuned, because I am going to post that video as well, where I will tell you whether you should or whether you should not buy WWE 2K24. But I'll give you a small little hint towards the end of the video. Now, you do have these new matches, like I was telling you, casket match, ambulance match. Backstage brawl has also changed a bit, because now you have support for multiple superstars in backstage brawl. There are some environmental objects that you can use and shove your opponents into as well. So that there's a slight change there and an improvement, I would say. So overall, I think there have been minor improvements over WWE 2K23. One of the biggest ones for me personally so far has been the entrances, because I again have access to editing those timelines, and that is what I appreciate about 2K24 already. Now, the load times, the load screens, well, they haven't changed a lot. Now, I was playing this on my PC. Just a quick mention of that. I was playing this on my AMD machine, and I had the RX 6800M mobile because it's a laptop that I'm playing this on, and it's an all AMD machine. But the load times, they haven't really changed. It's still long. I kind of wish that they would have reduced the load times. It would have been better, because if you've played Tekken 7 and Tekken 8, there's a big change when it comes to the previous version and the new version of the game. The load times have significantly improved. So I kind of was wishing that it had improved. Now, hey, I've done this custom animation, and I've used pyros from Cody Rhodes, and I've got pyros from Roman Reigns as well. And as far as the motion goes, I've chosen International Sensation. I think that's the one that I've gone in for. And let me know in the comment section what you think about this intro, this entrance intro of this character of mine. And again, let me know about the costume. What do you think about it? Does the character look cool? Does he not look cool? Positive or negative? Any comments are welcome, because at the end of the day, we're just going to have a conversation about what this game is about. I want to build a community where we talk about not just WWE 2K24, but a lot of other games as well. And I greatly appreciate your support and your comments as well. I look forward to them after I post every single video of mine. So here is this entrance of mine. I have pitted Superman against Batman. It's a shame that we won't be seeing any more of these characters in the DC EU, but I am looking forward to Superman, not Legacy anymore, Superman, which is being made by James Gunn, and the new DC comic movies that are going to be made under his leadership. So I'm a big fan, as you can see, of Superman. I always have his t-shirt on in almost all my videos. So yeah, so we have Superman versus Batman in this case. And I look forward to commenting on the gameplay as well very quickly. I'm not going to have a very long match because I wanted to make a quick, short video. Like I told you, I wanted to keep it below 25 minutes. And hopefully I'll be able to do that when the match finally starts. In fact, I am recording this after I played. So this is kind of you could say a reaction. I did make another recording, by the way. Unfortunately, the audio kind of tricked out on me. There was some issue with the audio, so I had to record this again. So the first time I was playing this, I was commenting real time as I was playing the game, but this time around, I'm just commenting on the recording that I have. So here are the entrances. Let me know what you think. The background characters, the NPCs, the overall lighting has changed drastically. I think that's what makes the huge difference here in this case. And I think the animations, the characters, they look a lot better. The textures, they look a lot better because of that lighting change that has happened. And it's positive, it's not negative. So everything looks better. It looks a notch above WWE 2K23. And yeah, these are the entrances. This is just a standard entrance that I think this community creator had. Not a lot of customization done there, but let's finally get into the gameplay. And speaking of gameplay, the gameplay is pretty much the same. I mean, it's the same kind of movesets that you have. Apart from that one mini game that I've spoken about, everything else more or less stays the same. I mean, that mini game where you have to strategically, land blows on your opponent and you have to time it. But apart from that, pretty much everything is the same. You still have all the same options, like you press Y. Now, I'm talking about an Xbox controller layout. So based on that, I am not saying circles or squares or triangles or X's. I'm going to go with the Xbox controller layout because that's what I was using. I was using my Power A controller, which has an Xbox controller layout. So it's the same thing. You press A and X for those melee attacks, and you have Y that you press at the right time to evade your opponent's move, and you press B to lift them up. You long press A, and long pressing A will allow you to deal these significantly more powerful move sets, which cause a lot more damage. And you quick press on that B to escape your opponents. very familiar. And you press LT to run, and it's the same old thing over and over again. So you'll feel right at home. That's both a good thing and a bad thing. Now, the engine that they're using, I'm sure, is the same. There is no change over WWE 2K23. Sometimes change is good, but hey, if it ain't broke, you don't need to fix it, right? So in this case, I think they've gone with the familiar route, the same engine, the same move sets, and everything feels exactly the same. So as far as the gameplay goes, once you get into the game and once you start playing these matches, you will feel like it's WWE 2K23. So in case you have that question in mind, well, should you really get the WWE 2K24? Well, I'll answer that in detail in my to buy or not to buy video. But you get my drift where I'm going with this, yeah? So the gameplay is pretty good. I mean, the camera angles are good. The background bokeh or the blur is pretty good as well. The animations are fluid. As far as the game's performance goes, I had a couple of crashes. It's expected because even with WWE 2K23, I had way more crashes than this crashed on me. So it's crashed on me a couple of times, especially when creating those entrances. So a word of advice, when you're creating your entrances, please make sure that you're saving your game as you go along, because you might work on an entrance and then you may lose it because the game crashes. So just keep that in mind. Apart from that, I also had a couple of server issues because sometimes when I was trying to access those community creations, I could not access those community creations. The server was not accessible and I had to restart the game. So just a few things that I also want to talk about was these issues that I've had, but it's way better than WWE 2K23. Way better. It was far worse. So yeah, I quickly wanted to talk to you about this game, and I've given you my initial impressions of this game. And they're very positive, but I want to make other videos on WWE 2K24. If you want to stay tuned with all my other content, please hit that bell icon so that every time I release a new video of mine, you get a notification that I have done so. And I would greatly appreciate it if you could hit that like and subscribe button, because that's what makes my channel grow. It helps, and I really appreciate your support and your love, and I thank you in advance for doing that. But as far as this video goes, it's a wrap for this one. I'll see you lovely folks in my next video. Until that time, I'll say take care, stay safe, and may God bless you all.